55 years old. Fixed income. Every month, watching the grocery bill creep up just a little more. And you wonder, is there a way where life doesn't depend entirely on the number in your bank account? The answer had been right in front of me for 20 years. I just never saw it. 15 plants. If you know how to grow them, they can save you over $2,000 every year. And one of them, you might be sitting on it right now and not even know it. Welcome to Home Garden Fix, where we prove that your best gardening years start after 50, not before. Today I'm showing you 15 perennial plants that'll save you thousands of dollars while requiring almost zero maintenance. Here's my controversial take. Annual vegetables are a waste of time and money. Plant once, harvest forever. That's smart gardening. Hit subscribe because these 15 plants will change your financial future. Plant 1. Jerusalem artichokes. Plant once, harvest forever. The first plant completely changed how I think about gardening after 50. Jerusalem artichokes, also called sunchokes. And here's why they're perfect for people over 50. You plant them once, they live forever. Let that sink in. One planting, decades of food. Sunchokes are perennial tubers. Every spring they come back without you doing anything. They grow 8 to 10 feet tall with bright yellow flowers. But the real magic is underground. The tubers multiply like crazy. One tuber becomes 10. 10 become 50. You're literally growing food that reproduces itself. And here's the beautiful part. You don't worry about storing tubers through winter. Leave them in the ground. The soil is your natural refrigerator. Harvest what you need when you need it. The rest stay fresh underground until next spring. Nutrition. High in inulin, great for blood sugar and digestion. Tastes sweet, crunchy, nutty like water chestnuts. How to grow. Plant in a corner of your garden. They need space since they grow 8 to 10 feet. Full sun or partial shade, both work. They'll grow in almost any soil. One warning, they can spread. Plant where you want them to stay or use an underground barrier. Think about this. One tuber in the ground this spring. Next year, 10 tubers. Year after 50. Food that multiplies itself without you doing anything. Plant 2. Walking onions. They literally walk across your garden. Walking onions are plant and watch the magic. This onion self-propagates. And I don't mean drop seeds. I mean it literally walks across your garden. Walking onions grow little bulbs on top of the stem instead of making seeds. When those top bulbs get heavy, the stem bends over, the bulbs touch the ground, and they root themselves. That's how they walk, slowly spreading year after year without you planting anything. Every part is edible. Green tops like scallions. Underground bulbs like regular onions. Top bulbs like shallots, sweeter. Think about the price of scallions at stores. $3 to $5 per bunch, gone in a few meals. Walking onions pay for themselves in the first few months. Then they multiply, spread, and give you onions 10 months out of the year. It's like having a self-maintaining onion garden. Drop a comment. Which of these first 2 plants surprises you most? Plant 3. Oyster mushrooms, protein from logs. I know what you're thinking. Grow mushrooms, too hard. Actually easier than you think. And they grow fast. From spawn to edible mushroom, 4 to 6 weeks. This third plant provides something most gardens lack. Protein. Oyster mushrooms. They're not a plant obviously, but if you're serious about growing your own food, especially after 50, you need protein sources. Oyster mushrooms are packed with protein, high in vitamin D, full of antioxidants, and taste amazing. How to grow? Buy oyster mushroom spawn in plug, sawdust, or liquid form. Find fresh hardwood logs, oak or beech work best. Inoculate logs, keep moist and shaded. One inoculated log can produce several pounds of mushrooms every few weeks for 6 to 12 months. Got a dark, damp corner in your yard? That's perfect for mushrooms. Turn useless space into a protein source. One important note. Only eat mushrooms you are 100% sure you can identify. Oyster mushrooms are easy to identify, but if you're ever unsure, don't eat it. Plant 4. Amaranth. 2 harvests from 1 plant. This 4th plant is special because it gives you 2 completely different types of food. One from leaves, one from seeds. Summer and winter, same plant. Amaranth is an ancient grain plant. Aztecs and Incas grew it for thousands of years. Summer, dark green leaves. Eat them like spinach. High protein, high iron, delicious. Fall, the plant sends up huge flower heads in red, purple, gold. Stunning. And those flowers hold thousands of tiny seeds. One plant can give you over half a pound of seeds. Amaranth seeds are gluten-free, high protein. You can cook them like quinoa, grind into flour, or pop them like popcorn. Amaranth self-seeds. Leave a few flower heads to drop seeds naturally. Next year they come back. Plus it loves heat. When other greens are wilting in 90-degree weather, Amaranth is thriving. Greens in summer, grain in fall. 1 plant, 2 harvests forever. Plant 5. Ground cherries, fruit that self-seeds. This 5th plant is a fruit most people have never heard of, but once you taste it, you'll wonder why nobody grows it. Ground cherries. They're like a tiny tomato meets pineapple. Sweet, slightly tart, tropical. Small, golden with a papery husk around each fruit, like a little lantern. And here's the cool part. They self-seed. Plant once, they come back every year from dropped fruit. They're in the tomato family, but way more productive. 1 plant can give you pounds of fruit, hundreds of little marble-sized fruits all summer. The fruit falls to the ground when ripe. Pick them every few days. They keep in their husks at room temperature for weeks. No refrigeration needed. Just leave them in a bowl on your counter. They handle neglect really well. Irregular watering, fine. Poor soil, they'll manage. And they fruit from midsummer straight through first frost. When fresh fruit gets expensive or hard to find, having something this sweet and productive in your yard is a gift. Hit that thumbs up if you're excited about these plants so far. Plants 6 through 15, the complete list. Sea kale, perennial greens for 20 years. Plant once, harvest forever. Survives freezing winters. Handles drought. Young shoots in spring taste like asparagus. Summer leaves work like kale. Turkish rocket. Perennial spicy greens from March through November. Survives winter, returns every spring. The colder it gets, the better it tastes. Maswa. South American tuber that yield higher than potatoes with fewer problems. 1 plant gives 4 to 10 pounds of tubers. Tastes like spicy radish mixed with potato. Malabar spinach, heat-loving vine that climbs vertically. Produces greens all summer when regular spinach quits. Grows up, not out. Perfect for small spaces. OCA, beautiful colorful tubers in pink, red, yellow, orange. Lemony flavor when fresh. Gets sweeter the longer they sit in sun after harvest. Roast them like sweet potatoes. Daylilies, the game-changer plant. Every part edible. Tubers taste like sweet potatoes. Shoots taste like asparagus. Flower buds taste like green beans. Flowers are crispy and sweet. 1 plant, 4 types of food. Important note, only eat true daylilies. Some lily types are toxic. Double check before eating. Good King Henry. 3 vegetables from 1 plant. Spring shoots like asparagus. Summer leaves like spinach. Late season flower buds like broccoli. Thrives in shade where most vegetables fail. Perennial greens collection. Sea kale and Turkish rocket types. Plant once, eat forever. Survive winter, thrive in spring. Perennial herbs. Oregano, thyme, seiyo, mint. Plant once, use for life. Make every meal taste better. 0 fertilizer, minimal water. Perennial onions. Walking onions, Welsh onions, Egyptian onions. All self-propagating, live forever. 10 months of onions every year. Never buy scallions again. That's 15. 15 plants that can change the way you grow your own food after 50. Subscribe to Home Garden Fix right now for detailed growing guides on each of these plants. The $2,000 math. You might wonder, is $2,000 savings per year actually feasible? Let's do the math. Greens, $600 a year instead of buying. Tubers like potatoes, maswa, and oca for $100 a year. Herbs, $200 a year, no more buying. Mushrooms, $300 a year, fresh protein. Onions and herbs, $200 a year. Fruit like ground cherries and daylilies, $300 a year. Total, around $2,000. Not magic, just simple math. Comment below, which plant are you most excited to try? I read every comment and will respond. Your next steps: 15 plants. One simple strategy. Plant once, harvest forever. These aren't annual vegetables you replant every spring. These are perennial powerhouses that keep giving year after year with almost zero maintenance. If you found this helpful, hit that like button. Comment which plant you're starting with first. And subscribe to Home Garden Fix because we're posting detailed growing guides for each of these plants over the coming weeks. Thank you for staying all the way here. Your best gardening years aren't behind you. They're right now. Until next time, keep it simple, plant smart, and remember, the best investment you can make is in plants that pay you back forever. Happy gardening, friends.